How did we end up here? This place is horrible. Smells like balls. We had it all. You were a movie star, remember?
Who is this guy? He used to be Birdman.
I like that poster.
You wrote this adaptation?
I did, yeah.
And you're directing and starring in your adaptation. That's ambitious.
Are you afraid people will say you're doing this play to battle the impression that you're a washed-up comic strip character?
Absolutely not. That's why 20 years ago I said no to Birdman 4.
Birdman 4? You do Birdman 4?
Now you're about to destroy what's left of your career.
Welcome to Kermode Uncut. I'm recording this blog the morning after the Oscars, hence the slightly drained, tired look that I have. It did seem like a very long Oscar ceremony, although it always does. As you probably know, I'm very suspicious of the Oscars. I have my own awards, the Kermode Awards, to recognise films that I think are really outstanding. So Belle, Babadook, Frank, where were those at the Oscars? The highlights of the Oscar ceremony this year, well, Lady Gaga doing her tribute to The Sound of Music was surprisingly straight and good. And there were a couple of great political speeches, terrific to see Laura Poitras winning for Best Documentary for Citizen 4, which is a great film. Really good to see Patricia Arquette flying the flag for equal rights when she won her award for Best Supporting Actress for Boyhood. But the really big headline news was that in the Best Picture category, the winner was Alejandro González Iñárritu's Birdman. That won for Best Film. Now, I have been saying for ages Boyhood is going to win, and I have to say until the moment that Sean Penn opened the envelope, I was convinced Boyhood was going to take home the top honours. I had suspected that Iñárritu may win Best Director because the direction on Birdman is more flashy, more obviously visual, something that you can say, oh, look how good that direction is.
You're Birdman.
Which isn't perhaps something you'd immediately think about Linklater's work on Boyhood. But I do think Boyhood is the better film. And I think that it falls into a category which is something which happens regularly at the Oscars. See, I think in the end, although Birdman is an interesting choice, it's not a boring film, I mean, it's very adventurous, I think it's a classic case of the Oscars just getting it wrong. And I think in the end, it will become the answer to a pub quiz trivia question. You know, one of those many questions like, what won the Oscar for Best Picture the year that Citizen Kane didn't? How Green Was My Valley? What won the Oscar for Best Picture the year that The Exorcist didn't? The Sting. What won the Oscar for Best Picture the year that Saving Private Ryan didn't? And that, of course, was Shakespeare in Love. Or how about the year that Brokeback Mountain didn't win and was trounced by Crash? I think in the end, Boyhood will stand the test of time and be remembered as a genuinely great piece of cinema. As for Birdman, I think it's going to become the answer to the question, what won the Oscar for Best Picture the year that Boyhood didn't?